Donald Trump personally, right? Like for him, because he's over 11 trillion of it, right? Donald Trump literally is responsible by himself of over trillions of dollars.
And my friend is Kim Jong-un, okay? And guess what, everybody? He and I, we have such a great relationship.
If you're wondering what this noble gold is, everybody, this is going to be something that I'm advertising here on the channel. It will be the only thing that I advertise. This is not something for you to buy and spend money on, but if it's something that you want, you can go ahead and look into it with the free brochure that will be in the link. I don't have it yet, but it's coming. I've been signed on and everything, and all it is basically a way to protect your investment with inflation and this horrible economy that the Republicans have set up for the past decades, and now being led by Donald Trump. We have a problem, and a lot of people want to protect their assets, and gold is the most stable asset that you can do that with, and Noble Gold will guide you through and enable you to protect your investments so that there is not as much fluctuation and volatility that involves stocks and everything else, even crypto, especially crypto. So that is something that people can look into, and that's why you're going to see this all over the screen, and I will be doing little commercials in between every single one of my videos that I upload, directing people to that. So if you're wondering what that is, and that's why that's there. We've got a lot to go over. I mean, so much has gone on since I've not been able to see you guys in 2 weeks now, since the last time I was able to go live. Anyway, but there's a lot that's going on. And one of the things that has happened is we have actually gone over $40 trillion in debt in the United States. We are now $40 trillion, thanks to the Republicans. Yeah, that's right. Republicans in the last 5 decades, has it been, Alan? Let's see, the 80s, 90s, 2000s, teens, and now 20s. Yes, 5 decades, right? They have led us down a road of nothing but destruction and inflation in this country, the likes of which we never dreamt possible. We never thought that this could possibly happen. But with the way that Republicans rule, what they say is that the richest people on the planet, they get to keep all of their money. Yeah, they don't want them to be taxed, so they've cut all of their taxes, and we have suffered the consequences because of that, because what the idea was with Republicans was what was called trickle-down economy, the trickle-down effect, right? Unfortunately, though, that has not happened. What has happened in reality is that the richest people on the planet, when they got to keep all of their money, instead of having to go towards taxes and social causes like Social Security, roads, bridges, tunnels, police, fire, all kinds of stupid social programs that we have in this country, like that we don't have to pay for it because our taxes pays for it. Instead of them then taking the money and then doing things for the community and the country and the people, they kept it. I mean, they kept it all for themselves, you know what I mean? And they've acquired more and more assets, and we've gotten to the point now where this country is literally just like in a free fall. We're in a free fall, and we are now over $40 trillion, and we can thank Donald Trump personally, right? Like for him, because he's over 11 trillion of it, right? Donald Trump literally is responsible by himself of over trillions of dollars, $11 trillion by Donald Trump by himself is responsible for it. I mean, you can't make this up. The whole 40 trillion is because of the Republican Party, right? Left-hand Strat is here like he always is. Thank you so much for being here, Left-hand Strat. I appreciate you. But that's the problem with this country. We keep on, like, the Republicans have always had this idea, and they've instilled it into the public's minds not me and people with a brain, but most people have this idea that Republicans are the fiscally responsible ones, the financially responsible ones, when in fact they are the most destructive ones, and they have done nothing but sink our country in the depths of the deepest parts of the Pacific Ocean that you could possibly imagine. The Mariana Trench has nothing on the Republican Party in terms of how deep they will go to ruin our country, and they have done so. And now we have $40 trillion in debt that we are in now because of them. And we just keep on having to pay higher and higher prices every time we turn around, and you're going to see the MAGA dummies in my comments. They're all going to be there protecting the Republicans. While they're poor, they're losing their house. Many of them are losing their wives, their family, their husbands, and friends, but they're going to continue with this charade and continue the destruction of their lives along with this country. But, as long as Donald Trump is happy, right? That's all that matters for them, which is cute and adorable, right? But we're not here for that. We're here to make sure that what we're doing is we're ending MAGA, which you could see at the bottom of the screen. Actually, no, I don't have that anymore. I put the protect your retirement and savings. So you guys can do that as well. Brian Fitzpatrick is here, says good day from Australia. Thanks for being here. We are international here on the channel. We appreciate you being here, Brian Fitzpatrick. We know that you guys are doing well down there, especially because of Donald Trump. I'm sure, Brian, you're very happy with Donald Trump, aren't you? Because you guys have all of this beef coming out of your country now. Your country's bringing in all this money, probably helping with all your social programs that you guys need and that you guys depend on, and that you guys are now getting to take advantage of. And I'm happy for you guys. Like one of the things that I always say is that China and Russia and North Korea, our number 1, 2, and 3 enemy, in any order that you plan on putting it in. It doesn't matter which one you do. You could say North Korea is our number 1 enemy. You could say that China's our number 1 enemy. You could say Russia. It doesn't matter. That's our number 1, 2, and 3 enemy. And they are Donald Trump's favorite places on earth, and it's Donald Trump's favorite leaders of all the people in the entire world. He just loves him some Xi Jinping, doesn't he? He loves him some Kim Jong-un, right? And he loves him some Vladimir Putin. But all he wants to do is talk about how great those people are, Like we just this past week were conducting some military operations down there outside of South Korea. And guess who put a stop to it? Yeah, Donald Trump. He said, my friend is Kim Jong-un, okay? And guess what, everybody? He and I, we have such a great relationship. He and I are friends, okay? So what we need to do is we need to stop all military operations with South Korea, because North Korea is such a great place and Kim Jong-un is such a great guy. That's what we just happened. That just happened this week. And so North Korea is thanking their lucky stars that once again we have Donald Trump, the dumbest president we've ever had, just like this idiot right here. Look. The commies, he says. Yep, the commies, right? Donald Trump, meanwhile, and the Republican Party acting literally exactly like the Communist Party. But this dum-dum right here doesn't know that, though. He thinks it's the Democrats. But Donald Trump is trying to take away our media. He wants to punish media. He wants to get rid of people, get them fired, right? He's taking over companies. He's trying to make sure that the government controls all the companies. He wants to get rid of judges. He wants to control the judges, just like the Communist Party does, right? But Dum-Dum over there doesn't care about that. You know what I mean? Like, he don't care. He says it's the Democrats, which we've never seen ever in our entire history of our country. We've never seen any Democrat ever behave like this or implement this type of behavior and policy. But there's Donald Trump trying to control our entire country, top to bottom, from the judiciary all the way down to what you can possibly say. You're not allowed to say certain things in this country now because of this communist, very communist-like regime that we have now. But that dum-dum right here says F the commies because he don't like what I'm saying. He don't mind, though, that Donald Trump and the Republican Party, they want to get judges impeached because they don't like their ruling. They want to get people taken off the air because they don't like what they're saying. They want to take the other party. You know what the Communist Party is? It's one party, right? They want to take the other party, the Democrats, and call them a terrorist organization. Yeah, you see that happening with the Democrats? Did we ever have a president or senator or anybody, a governor, say that the Republican Party? I've said it because they act like a terrorist party. But I'm a nobody. I'm just here doing my show here. I'm on YouTube. I'm not the president of the United States and his top advisors going on Fox News everywhere calling Democrats a terrorist organization. But you see, that's what communism is, right? They want to control the judges. They want to control the media. They want to control all business. And they don't want anybody to have any competition. You're not allowed to say anything about them. You're not allowed to have any dissent. But these motherfuckers, like this bitch right here, says the commies, but doesn't give a flying fuck that the Republicans are doing that right now. Fuck you. Okay? Because that's what's going on right now. So you're right. F the commies, except you got it all wrong. Donald Trump and the Republicans right now are acting like that.